My name is Ernest, and I want you to subscribe to my channel. I'm building a channel that would be informative, educative, entertaining. I would bring you all that you need to know in Canada, housing policies, work policies, everything you need to know. How to build your credit, so many things. I would also take you to a lot of tourist sites and what have you out here, interviewing a lot of Ghanaians who are students, who are workers, who stay here for long. They will share their experiences with you, help you build a career, help you stay in Canada, and what have you. My channel is named Escalade TV, and I would bring you so many things that you need to know in Canada, and maybe North America for short, and other part of Europe and other part of the world.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
I hope you're also an African.
Yes, I'm African from Ghana, West Africa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think my mom and my dad also come from Ghana.
Nice one. Nice one. It's a good place.
It's a good place.
Yes, we have so many resources over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's also a tourist site. When it comes to hospitality, Ghana is one of the best in West Africa and then also in Africa. So currently,
Yeah.
I came to experience the Canadian education.
Wow.
So after my degrees in Ghana, I came here to
Your degrees.
So I have I have two.
Yeah.
I have 2 degrees.
Wow.
So I came here to experience the Canadian experience. That is first, and then secondly to have an exchange in culture, and then see how things are done in the Western world, which I know I'll be able to impact into my people when I go back home. So basically, that is why I came to Canada.
So what's your name?
My name is Emmanuel Do.
Emmanuel. So
Yeah.
you are a Ghanaian way.
No, I'm an Ewe from the Volta region of
You are an
Ghana.
Ewe.
Yes.
Wow. So Akple, Wakple,
Akple,
and
yes.
Okru.
That is our state.
So how are you managing? I think you are not getting some to eat now.
One
you guys
one good thing about traveling is that even though you might not find whatever you want to do, we have some African markets in Toronto that we normally go there to buy. And currently we've seen a number of shops shooting up here in Sudbury. So it makes things easy. Just that it is expensive as compared to what we have back home. And I'm going to Toronto to go and get them and then bringing them here.
Awesome.
They also add a margin.
So originally you were trained as what?
So I was trained as sales and marketing specialist
Wow.
in Ghana.
In Ghana.
So-
Which school in Ghana?
So University of Professional Studies.
Wow, UPS.
Yes.
Oh, Accra boy and UPS. I see.
Yes.
And then when you came here, which institution did you?
So when I came here, I came to Cambrian College.
Cambrian College,
to do
In Sudbury.
certificate program in human resources.
Okay.
So that is what I did. And whilst I was doing it, I had the chance to take on other programs like the health and safety program, which I did, and it helped me to land a job as confined space specialist. So I've been doing confined space with the mines, that is Valley and Glencore. Yes. So basically, I go as health and safety specialist to the mines. I do surface and underground. So when the miners are going, and it is a law here in Canada that before any maintenance work or any job can be done, there should be health and safety specialists there, so that should there be any incident, the rescuers, which have been trained in, will go and then perform rescue operations if they need to. So that is what I've been doing.
So from sales and what? Marketing
From sales and
experts
marketing
to
I came
HR to health and safety.
and then now I'm back to HR as a full-time.
Wow. Great. So where do you work now?
So I work with the YMCA of Eastern Ontario as a human resources assistant.
Okay. So tell me something. What's the difference in terms of education back home and here? People want to know, people want to migrate to Canada, want to understand how the education system is. It more practical? Is it theory based? And then what are the opportunities available after school here in Canada? Because you are saying you schooled in Ghana and then now you did a certificate course, and even the certificate course is just giving you a good job and all about Ghana. People have to do PhDs and masters before they can find something to. So tell them something.
So that is one of the advantages of pursuing Western countries' education. That is the Canadian experience. Over here, one thing I noticed as compared to Ghana, we have the resources at our disposal. So when it comes to textbooks, most often you don't buy textbooks, but back in Ghana, you'd have to buy textbooks, even lecture notes, you need them. But over here, you have so many resources at your disposals that you can even go to the library, go and then borrow the books, study after that, take them back. And then the professors, we have easy access to them, so that if you have issues, you don't wait till it is final exams that you go and tell your professor that this is, you have direct contact with the professors, unlike back home. That's, there are some bureaucratic processes that prevent you from meeting directly with the professors. And you're able to voice out, tell them what you need to do at what point in time. If things are not going on well, one thing they have is the accommodation that they are able to accommodate you. I know there are people that I studied with that due to one reason or the other, they were given extensions. When it comes to, let's say, exams, they give them more hours because of accommodations that has been given onto them. So those are some of the good sides. Aside that, we have so many disadvantages. Let me tell you, I'm being frank with you. The only advantage you have when you are doing a Canadian experience, it's the educational stuff that you get. Aside that, as international students, we have accommodation challenge, we have financial issues. That is, even doing your first program, having to do with proving that you have sufficient funds to continue if you have another program to do. Aside that, another challenge with the finances has to do with you even managing your finances, because cost of living in Sudbury is so high. I'm telling you. And some students also go for student loans, and even how to manage them, they either buy stuffs that will take care of themselves, thinking that it will be able to suffice them. But student loans are meant to be used for your academic works, and then when you are done, you have to pay. That is one thing. Accommodation too, it is very expensive. When you take Cambridge, for instance, where I studied, as an international student, even though there are hostel facilities over there, the prices are somehow affordable when you come new. So let's say 4 to 6 months, you're able to afford. But after that, they have a system that you have to either opt out and you go and look for your own accommodation, because the prices keep increasing. I have friends who could attest to that fact. And for you to go out, even going to look for a studio, that is, let's say, a single room with everything included, it is also expensive.
What we say mostly in Ghana, one room self-contained.
Exactly. It is also expensive. It is not cheap, especially in Sudbury, as compared to other provinces. So that is one of the challenges. I've talked about finance. I've talked about accommodation. Another challenge is employment. After you've gotten your education, you know this. I'm being frank with you, the issue of racism and discrimination plays a very huge factor. When I came fresh, whilst I was in school, I had some jobs to do as customer service representative for 2 years. And when you are communicating with people online, it is very smooth, easy. But when you talk to them, sometimes they see you have accent and they want to speak to people who speak English, forgetting that you're also speaking English, you understand whatever they do. However, these are some of the things that deters you. Exactly. Sometimes we'll be in the institution and then they'll bring newcomers for us to train them. But when it comes to promotions, because
passive aggression,
exactly, we don't exactly when we go ahead to train people. So those are some of the challenges. But once you enter, you get a meaningful job, a decent job, and then you enter into it. You're able to build upon the experiences, and it opens more doors for you to explore other avenues and also develop your career. Yeah.
But I also heard that most of the time there are some programs that after it becomes difficult for you to get a job. Can you highlight on any of those?
Well, so that is why it is also advisable that before you even take on any program, you should seek knowledge. You should talk to experts. There are people in the system who understand the labor market. They are able to advise you on the sort of jobs to do. And it moves from one province to the other. When you go to the GTA, that is Toronto and its environs, there are jobs like the data analyst jobs that people normally get ready jobs when they go into it. And in Sudbury, because it is a mining town or it is a mining community, if you tour into the mining area with the jobs that you are going to do, it is guaranteed that you have jobs to do. One good thing about the education over here is that there are periods that we have the placement or internships that even whilst you are ending your program, you would have the opportunity to, do an on-hands training with the industry, so that when you get there, based on your performance and your networking, you are able to land decent jobs that can easily help you to rise into wherever you want to be. So when it comes to the mining, if you are in the mining field, you are taking courses in the mining programs, I can assure you that you can easily get jobs to do. But for the HR manager, you don't easily see them retiring. So if you even take on HR roles, the good thing is that with HR, there are like 7 avenues that you can branch into. I can say branches. Like you can do training, you can do the main HR program, you can branch into research work, you can branch into payroll in HR. So when you know what you want to do at what point in time, you are able to deliver. You can even do training and development, still under HR. But for you to say, okay, I completed HR and I want HR manager job to do, most of them, you don't get it. And before you can even land a good job, you need to do the certification, which is a CHRP. That is to be a chartered HR personnel. Then, with this, you will be able to land yourself a good job to the right team. Also, finances. It's not easy.
It's not easy. But I was also told something. I was told that we have something here in Canada called a Canadian experience.
Yeah.
So after even doing what do you call it, volunteership, or trying to find different places to work as an intern or whatever, when you are done, still it becomes difficult for you to get
the Canadian experience that they talk about, it's basically you experiencing or you going into the job market with your first job, so that they know that, okay, you've been able to integrate into the Canadian environment or community. So with that, like I said, if you're able to land yourself a good job, which even is, if it's not a good paying job, but it's a decent job, it gives you that experience. You're able to know how things are done within the space. And then with that, you will be able to climb onto higher heights.
So what's the advice that you give to Ghanaians who intend coming to Canada to study and to earn a living, and those who want to settle with their families here to live forever and all that? Do you have an advice for them? I don't know what you want to say.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody wants to see greener pastures. Okay, looking at where we are coming from, when it comes to poverty levels, it's very high over there. So people come to further their education with the view that they get decent jobs so that they can earn something and also send something back home. So if you are coming, I advise that you just make sure that you seek knowledge. Okay, talk to people who have had the experience. They'll be able to direct you as to which program to take and even which province to go into. And with so doing, you will be able to land yourself good jobs. Let's say if you go to Quebec and you are an English speaking person, it will be difficult for you to navigate into the system because Quebec is a French speaking country. So without that knowledge, if you think that, okay, I'm traveling, so anywhere goes, if you go there, one way or the other, you might find it difficult until you find people within your same trajectory. So with this, I would say that it is good to travel to experience, the Western education, to see different cultures, how things are done, and also to integrate into the system. So these are some of the things that I advise that when you want to come, just read about it. If you have people who are even here, just contact them to see how they should be able to come. They have so many programs. If you want to do immigration, if you want to come through express entry, there are processes that you need to go through. If you want to come, let's say you have your partner here, you want to come, you have the spousal sponsorship that you can even come through. Even as a student, if you want to come as a student and you come, let's say you do a 1 or 2 year program. There are some programs that you do. Let's say if you do a 2 year program and you're able to finish well and you land a certain job that will place you on a certain level with the knock codes that they are talking about, it can easily enhance you getting your PR work done very fast.
So your piece of advice is we should navigate the system.
Exactly.
And then also try our best to make sure that we know what you want to do, and at least we should come prepared.
Exactly.
So that we don't find ourselves wanting.
Exactly.
So you and your family are making it good here right now, right?
Well, so far so good.
Sending some money back home, building estate, send everywhere. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your views concerning happenings here in Canada. I think this will help a number of people want to take decisions of migrating here to study or to make a living and all that. So finally, the seasons, will you say something about it? Because people don't know the realities. People think that Canada is so cold, so they can't, come and then settle here. But if you are making it music,
so like scripture says, there are seasons and times for everything. So we have the winter, we have the spring, we have the fall, and we have the summer. So it is not always the case that it is cold. There are times that it's not cold. As you can see, you are fully dressed like for me, yes. So it's
cold, but
exactly. So
you just have to dress to see the weather.
Each and every season, it's what you need to wear to make sure that you are fit for the weather. So
it's actually, I think, -2 to 6 degrees, but I'm feeling hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you will be feeling hot, but somebody
another
will
person
not.
will be.
Exactly. Yes. We have people who have lived here for years and they've survived. So if they have done that, and even they are old, so if they have survived with the younger ones,
so you can survive in Canada. All he's saying is just to see the weather, know what to wear at what time, and it's not difficult. It's not like back home.
No.
Every day you would have to read the weather and know how the temperature is going to be, and then it becomes so easy for you.
Over here, the system is working. Like somebody says, 24/7, the system is working. So it's about you seeking knowledge, know what to do at what point in time, and you really enjoy your stay in Canada.
Okay, thank you so much.
Have
a nice time. Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.